Bob Vylan.
There's been a massive development in the Glastonbury Festival fallout. And this time it's not just online outrage, it's gone criminal. Both Bob Vylan and Kneecap are now at the centre.
News. London Transport say they may have to close the underground system due to an infestation of horses.
As they start running away from the train.
And what the drivers say they fear most of all is a head-on collision with a blind tube man.
What's up, YouTube? We gotta talk about Bob Vylan. Bob Vylan is, he's a Brit. He's some sort of, one of these punk Brit guys they have over there. Bob Vylan is, he's a coloured gentleman. He's a man. He's a black man. And, I'm just going to dive straight into it. Let's do a deep dive on Bob Vylan. It's an outrage. It's disgusting. And, Bob Vylan needs to be taught a lesson, probably needs to be deported out of the UK there, and he's been on stage at the Glastonbury festival down there, and just play the clip. No, play it. Just play the clip, okay? Thank you.
There's been a massive development in the Glastonbury Festival fallout, and this time it's not just online outrage, it's gone criminal. Both Bob Vylan and Kneecap are now at the centre of a full-scale police investigation.
So this is the story about Bob Vylan and Kneecap, who have just been playing Glastonbury. Oh, that's good. Glastonbury. They've been playing Glastonbury, and this is British Stand. 217,000 subscribers. It's got a little British flag there, which is nice. Tells you something about what sort of content you're going to be seeing. Breaking huge Bob Vylan and Kneecap news as shock twist emerges, it said. 2 days ago. This is wow. So let's see. This is not I don't think this is AI generated. Nobody would surely AI generate a voice as annoying as this.
After their controversial performances sparked national and international fury. What began as an angry ripple across social media has now escalated into a case that could have serious legal consequences for the performers involved.
Yeah.
And as of today, we now know that police have officially launched a criminal probe, with hate crime legislation on the table, US visas revoked, and even the BBC distancing itself from what it aired live. So what exactly happened on that stage at Glastonbury? And
what's this? Why do we need this? A huge Union Jack, and there is Bog Bin. We've all been to see Bog Bin, haven't we? It's wonderful. It's in London, I think, or is it Linden? I can never quite remember. It's just off Leicester Square. Bob Vylan. Why did Bob Vylan not call himself Bob Vylan? Because, you know, there was actually a protest singer guy, if you remember, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. I mean, I could go on. Who, you know, then it would have rhymed, wouldn't it, with Bob Vylan? And villain is a word for a criminal, so it would have made more sense. I hate Bob Vylan for that. I mean, what an idiot he is. Sorry, anyway.
Why is the fallout getting bigger by the hour? Let's break it down. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. We have released our new
Don't 0% liberal. Don't subscribe to them, subscribe to me. I need subscribers. I've got less than 1,000. They've got 217,000. They've got more than enough to keep them going.
0% liberal t-shirts. You can find them at British Stand.
0% liberal. don't want to be liberal, do you? It's not very cool, is it, being liberal?
.com, or go to the link in the description.
Sorry, it's liberal. 0% liberal.
Let's get back into today's video. Avon and Somerset Police have now confirmed they're actively investigating the performances given by both Bob Vylan and Kneecap on Saturday during the Glastonbury Festival. According to an official police statement, footage and audio from both acts have been reviewed in detail. And following that review, authorities have concluded that further...
They're not experts, but they've had a fucking good look at it.
...inquiries are required. A criminal investigation is now underway, and a senior detective has been assigned to lead the case. At this stage...
That's an actual photograph of the police line tape that is up around the empty stage at Glastonbury. They've said to the organisers of Glastonbury, you can't clean up yet. This is an active crime scene. There's like a little taped silhouette of a punk rock man singing into a microphone on the stage. They taped that out to show where he was standing when it happened. And there's a forensic team. They're dusting all over the stage to see if there's any fingerprint residue, which there could well be, because I mean, they'll have to eliminate all the other bands that were on stage. So they can just limit it down to Bob. I mean, to be fair, they don't really need to do that because they know that Bob Vylan was on stage. But, Bob Vylan or his drummer, who I think is called Desmond, they need to track them down.
The incidents are being treated as public order matters, but crucially, police have stated they are exploring all relevant laws, including those relating to hate crimes. The wording of their statement was clear. There is absolutely no place in society for hate. And
there is no place in society for hate unless it's hate of immigrants. Police said. There are 2 policewomen there, both in masks, with their backs to the audience, and there are some flags of this is a left-wing terror group called Mushal. They protest against anybody who says gay in public. They're very, very hot on that. They hate people who say the word gay because it's offensive.
And that gives us an early indication of just how serious this is. Police have also said they've received a large amount of contact from people around the world, and they acknowledge the strength of...
A large amount of contact from people around the world. I've received a very small amount of contact from people around the world. Mainly on Twitter, a few emails, but they've got a large amount, which is good.
Public feeling about what happened on stage. And let's be clear, they're not exaggerating. Footage of Bob Vylan's performance in particular has gone viral, with countless viewers highlighting a moment where the rapper led the crowd in chanting "Death to the IDF."
Countless viewers, listen.
Footage of Bob Vylan's performance in particular has gone viral, with countless viewers highlighting a moment where the rapper led the crowd in chanting "Death to the IDF."
Countless viewers highlighted a section of that video where he said "Death to the IDF." Lots of people highlighted that. They got a little pen out. They did a little highlight on that. Ooh, I better contact the constabulary in my local area and let them know about Bob Vylan.
While some have defended the chanter's political speech, others, including MPs, have described it as direct incitement and possibly even terror glorification.
I mean, it is worrying, isn't it? When you've got an army, which... It is worrying, isn't it? When you've got an actual army in a conflict zone and people thousands of miles away are being incited to harm them. Because those soldiers must be really upset and probably quite offended right now. The poor IDF. I mean, they're an organisation. You could say fuck the British Army, kill the British Army. You can't kill the British Army. It's an army. It's not kill those British soldiers over there. Yeah, not there's none here. I'm not saying there's any in my room. But as an example, if you said kill British soldiers over there, that could be incitement to violence. But not kill the British Army or kill the Marines. I'm not saying kill the Marines, but maybe we should.
In fact, Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp has publicly called for Bob Vylan to be arrested and charged, warning.
He said earlier in a statement, Bob Vylan should be arrested and charged.
That if action isn't taken, it could prove Britain is now operating under a two-tier justice system.
Two-tier. It's a two-tier justice system. It's one rule for Bob Vylan and punk rockers on a stage, and it's another rule for one rule for Bob Vylan, and it's a completely different set of rules for anyone else. I can't think of a good
one rule for activists and another for everyone else.
Right. But he's not an activist, he's a punk. He's a punk rocker. And look, he's smiling there, he can't be that.
Controversy has already had real-world consequences. Bob Vylan's US tour has been cancelled after the group's visas were revoked. The reason? According to The Independent, American authorities described their Glastonbury performance as containing hateful content. That decision alone speaks...
Because that is the thing, isn't it? I mean, there's one thing the American government hate, basically. They hate. They don't love to love, like that song.
I love to love, but my baby just loves to dance.
They hate to hate. They hate. And they hate hating. And, I just can't believe we've had well over 100 days of Trump doing and saying ridiculous, offensive, horrible things.
What a mess.
In the name of enriching himself and his family, mainly. And Bob Vylan gets up and does some punk rock chanting, and everyone's gone spare.
Volumes about how seriously this is being taken overseas. Even the BBC, who broadcasted the set live, seriously this is being taken overseas. Even the BBC, who broadcasted the set live, is now backpedaling, with the broadcaster admitting that the segment should have been pulled. That's a major climb down from a platform that's come under increasing scrutiny for what many have called politically biased editorial decisions.
Yeah, but the BBC is well known to have been biased in favour of Israel in a lot of its reporting, at least biased. And yet now they're saying the opposite. I feel sorry for the BBC. They can't do anything really, can they? One minute they're being accused of being all left-wing and woke. The next minute they're being accused of, not reporting on the genocide in Gaza. And, they can't win, can they? I think they should just give up. Just give up like me. I mean, I haven't given up. But, I mean, they've got millions of viewers. I've got hardly any. But I think they should just give up and go home.
And now, under pressure, they're scrambling to explain why that segment aired in the first place. But so far, despite
It aired because they said they'd play it live, and they did play it live. And why would you cut? What sort of a Nazi, fascist, communist USSR government society do we live in where you cut a live feed because people are saying things that some people might not like? Freedom of speech. It's freedom of damn motherfucking speech.
Despite the criminal probe, the media backlash, and the public outrage, neither the police nor the BBC have disclosed exactly which parts of the performances triggered these reactions.
Was it the bit where he stamped on a kitten's head? I think that crossed the line a bit. I don't think you should do that. I know he was making a political point about kittens and how, they produce a lot of methane and that's adding to global warming. But I don't think he should have stamped on its head because, it's just people like kittens, don't they? And I think they should investigate that bit.
It's possible that police are holding back information while the
Police there.
investigation unfolds. What we do know is that neighborhood policing teams have now been sent out to engage with communities and key stakeholders to offer support and reassurance. They've also
There's all these people at home in their homes crying because they've just seen Glastonbury. He said kill the idea, it's not fair. Oh, it's upset me so much, officer. Please make a cup of tea for me. My kitchen's through there. Oh, I can't believe it, officer.
asked the public to stop reporting the incident, not because it's unimportant, but because the investigation is now officially live. Not because it's unimportant, but because the investigation public to stop reporting the incident, not because it's unimportant, but because the
Not because it's unimportant, but because our phone lines are jammed and we can't respond to important things like actual terrorist threats against Britain.
investigation is now officially live and evidence is being gathered. So here's where we are. 2 major acts now under criminal investigation. One set already labelled hateful by international authorities. And a festival
Are they? Kneecap?
performance that could end up setting legal precedent for what is and isn't acceptable in the realm of public performance and
Well, exactly, because I do not want to live in a country where we have free speech. It's disgusting. If somebody says something that's offensive and hateful, then they should go to prison, probably for the rest of their lives. And that's all I'm going to say. I've actually get this out of my sight. I'm disgusted by Bob Vylan, and I hope you are too. And I hope if you are disgusted, you'll like, subscribe, hit the notifications button, leave a comment below, Sonny, and share. And I'll see you next time. Don't nobody go nowhere.